Episode 3, Cupcakes with Kupcho.
Giving back. Today we're going to be talking about how athletes can inspire off the course. Later in the episode, we'll be joined by our first guest.
Yeah.
Surprise guest, stay tuned. Should we jump in?
Sure.
All right, cool. Being a champion isn't just about kind of being on the course, winning and excelling. It's a lot about being a good person and kind of using your platform to give back. And were there any athletes that you admired growing up?
I didn't really watch a whole lot of sports because I was always playing or didn't really want to watch. But I think my biggest role model growing up was my brother. He always was pushing me. He was kind of setting the stage for me in Colorado golf. So I just looked up to him, and I think that's something special to me just because he was there living it with me.
Was there a moment when you realized that you might be a role model yourself?
I don't know if there was like a specific moment, but I think definitely after I won the Augusta National Women's Amateur, realizing how big of a deal it was that I won the first one and woman to win at Augusta, how big of a deal that was. And that was something that was so special to me. I mean, everyone was watching that I was making an impact on people's lives there at Augusta. And is that when
people started to approach you and ask for pictures and recognize you? And
yeah,
did you
definitely
expect that? Did you?
I don't think so.
See it coming?
I don't think I really knew how big of an impact it was until after the fact. And I mean, even to this day, like people will come up with Augusta National flags asking me to sign them. So it's kind of like just a special thing that I have in my past and in my career.
And it's wild because you're kind of thrust into this situation where now the spotlight's on you and you kind of have this notoriety and people start recognizing you. Are there challenges and like pressure that comes around with that?
Yeah, there's obviously always people eyes on me. Judgment is always a big thing, but I think it's really just important to be who I am and stay true to myself, I guess, and hopefully influence people with how I am as a person instead of trying to be someone that I'm not.
Yeah. I grew up with athletes as role models and kind of went on to start my career working very closely with a high profile athlete and kind of seeing how people treated him outside of the stadium and idolizing, putting these maybe unreal expectations, but also seeing the human element and just the juxtaposition of like wanting to have privacy but being so public. So is that at all something that you struggle with?
I don't think so. I feel like I definitely like to kind of keep to myself. I feel like that's kind of who I am. And yeah, people probably would love to see me post more or do stuff more. But I think that is kind of just me being who I am, not always being in front of the camera or posting everything about my life. I feel like there's aspects of life that can be private.
Could be personal, yeah.
Yeah, and that's just something to keep to myself, I guess.
Yeah, and I think that's really cool. And so thinking about kind of your role as a role model, tell me about your work with Youth on Course.
Yeah, I learned about Youth on Course and everything that they do. I think it's really something that resonates with me just because of how I grew up, having Youth on Course, to be able to provide golf and outlets for young kids across the country in Canada and Australia to be able to go and play golf for a much lower price than just going out. I think it's really important to be able to provide that cheaper way of
point of entry into
the game. It just really makes it affordable to all.
Yeah, and tell me about kind of how Youth on Course is set up for those who don't know. Is it a network of golf courses that participate? How do you get involved?
Yeah, so there's you can get a membership for, I think it's like $30. And there's a bunch of golf courses all across the U.S. I mean, I think it's thousands of golf courses across the U.S. and in Canada and in Australia. And once you're a member of it, kids can go to those golf courses and play for $5.
That's exciting. So when did you start working with Youth on Course?
I think this is year 4. So yeah, I think it was just, I think I had someone in Colorado. Colorado is really big on Youth on Course. And that's really how I found out about it, was one of the Colorado Golf Association president or something of that sort. He reached out about the 100-hole hike that they do as a fundraiser every year to participate in it. And I was like, what is Youth on Course? And that's kind of where I learned all about it. Was, I think that was 3 or 4 years ago. And
did you do the 100 holes?
I have not done the 100-hole hike, but it sounds like a lot in one day, so I have not.
Definitely gotta track your steps on that one.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so they do that every year as fundraisers all across the world, actually. So it's just a great program for that.
Very cool. I'm sorry we kind of got derailed here. I forgot we have a guest to welcome. We're joined right now by our other Protiviti ambassador, Matt Fitzpatrick. Matt, sorry to leave you waiting. Welcome to the pod.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks, Matt, for coming.
Thanks for having me on. I'm a big fan.
So, Matt, you're coming to us from PGA National in Florida. Thank you again for making the time. I see you've got a cupcake. What are you enjoying over there?
Today, I've got a vanilla cupcake with sprinkles on, which
Nice.
is always my go-to.
Me too. You're a sprinkles fan.
You literally have had sprinkles on every single one of your cupcakes.
Well, if frosting is my favorite food group, sprinkles is my second.
Fair enough.
Okay, well, cheers. Thanks for joining.
Cheers, guys.
This is red velvet. Mine's really good.
Same. Matt, Jen, you both are Protiviti ambassadors and ambassadors for our Birdies for Meals program. If you don't know about Birdies for Meals at home, you can check it out at birdiesformeals.com. For every major that Matt and Jen play in, Protiviti is donating 10,000 meals to those in need domestically and abroad. And for every birdie that you guys make in your major tournaments this season, we'll be donating an extra 500 meals. So no pressure. Already off to a good start here for the season. And historically, we've already donated through this program since we started in 2019 when you guys came on board as ambassadors, more than 500,000 meals. And that's part of our global Eye on Hunger initiative, which has delivered more than 16 million meals across the globe. So this is a pretty big impact, and you guys have made real significant contributions to that through your play and through the past couple of seasons. What does that initiative mean to you?
Yeah, I think for me, it's really exciting just because being with Protiviti, it's so special to be part of something you guys are doing in your company, and involving Matt and I as well with what we do. It was a great way to tie us both together, and I think that's really special. As well as I've been able to participate in a meal packing event for the Birdies for me, or for the meals. So it's been really special just being included in what Protiviti is doing.
And I want to come back to the meal packing event because Matt's not been to one yet. But Matt, what do you think about the program?
Yeah, I'm so delighted to be part of the cause. I think it's been a real nice added bonus to kind of come away from a major week and know that we've achieved something good. Hopefully we've had birdies. Majors make it a little bit harder for birdies to come by, but to be part of it with Protiviti and obviously Jen as well, it's exciting, and I'm just glad that we can both give back in a different kind of way.
Thank you. So I guess before we let you go, Matt, is there a specific birdie that's very memorable to you? I've got one in mind if you're not going to say it.
The most memorable birdie for me, I would say, was my birdie in the playoff in the RBC Heritage in 2023. So that was pretty special to get the win, a place that means so much. So
That's pretty awesome.
Jen, do you have a memorable birdie?
I'm not sure. I have no idea. I haven't really thought about that, so I'll have to get
Maybe
back
the
to
next
you.
one.
Yeah, maybe the next birdie.
Okay. Cool. Well, Matt, thanks again for your time. We'll let you go. Enjoy your cupcake.
Yeah.
Thank you. See you soon.
Thanks for joining
See you
Cupcakes
soon.
with Kupcho.
Thanks. So tell me about your experience at the meal packing. You're actually in the office with our employees, packing the meals that are going out. What does that look like?
Yeah, so I've done the meal packing event twice, both in Cincinnati. And yeah, just to be able to go and meet Protiviti employees, see their enthusiasm behind the whole initiative is super special. And I think they are also excited to see me and have me as part of it as well. So I think that it's just been a really fun event for me when I've been able to join in.
Well, Jen, thanks for doing that. And thanks for sharing with us kind of the inside scoop on the responsibilities that come with being a golfer and in the spotlight, and also using your platform to give back. I think that's really important, and I think you're doing a really great job, and thanks for that and representing Protiviti in that way, especially.
Yeah, thank you. It's been fun to team up on Birdies for Meals and be part of it.
And to all of our viewers at home, whether it's making a birdie or mentoring a young player, every action can lead to big change. So visit birdiesformeals.com, check out Youth on Course, and follow us at Cupcakes with Kupcho.
Yeah.
See you soon.